55 rebounds. Wilt Chamberlain's jaw-dropping 55-rebound clinic remains the gold standard in NBA lore. It came against the Boston Celtics in a 132-129 loss for his Philadelphia Warriors. That night, Chamberlain didn't just crash the glass. He poured in 34 points on 42 attempts, shooting around 36%, while Bill Russell's solid 18 points and 19 boards felt like a footnote to Wilt's dominance. Philadelphia as a unit hauled in 90 rebounds to Boston's 59, a gap nobody's even sniffed since. Russell's high watermark is 51. Nate Thurmond managed 42, Jerry Lucas topped out at 40, and Charles Oakley's 35 boards in the late 80s are a distant echo. With today's methodical pace, minute restrictions, and evenly shared rebounding, Chamberlain's 55 seems destined to stand forever as one of basketball's most untouchable feats. 30 assists. On December 30th, 1990, Scott Skiles put on an assist masterclass, dishing out a staggering 30 assists as the Orlando Magic rolled past the Denver Nuggets 155-116. He set the tone early with 14 assists in the first half, added another 10 in the third quarter, and capped it off with 6 more in the fourth, all in 44 minutes of action. Skiles wasn't a one-dimensional playmaker either. He chipped in 22 points on 7 of 13 shooting, including 2 of 3 from downtown, grabbed 6 rebounds, and swiped 2 steals. That season, Denver's whirlwind pace, allowing over 130 points per game, created the perfect storm for Skiles' record night. While Kevin Porter flirted with 29 assists and John Stockton reached 28, and even Magic Johnson tallied 24 in a playoff game, no one has come close to Skiles' 30-assist benchmark. 100 points. On March 2, 1962, Wilt Chamberlain rewrote the record books by pouring in an astonishing 100 points as the Philadelphia Warriors routed the New York Knicks 169-147. Playing every minute, Wilt knocked down 36 of 51 63 field goal attempts and an incredible 28 of 32 free throws, hauled in 25 rebounds, and even dished out 2 assists. His scoring unfolded quarter by quarter, 23 in the first, 18 in the second, 28 in the third, and 31 in the fourth, obliterating his own previous single-game high of 78 and setting a free throw record along the way. No one has come within striking distance since. Kobe Bryant's 81, David Thompson's 73, and Luka Doncic's 73 remain distant echoes. Chamberlain's 100-point outburst exists in a league of its own and looks destined to stay there. 40,020 points. LeBron James has piled up an astonishing 40,000 career points across 1,558 games, sustaining a 27-point average night after night. To chase that total at the same pace, a player would need 19 uninterrupted seasons of 27 points per game without missing a single contest. Even someone averaging 30 points each night would still require about 17 flawless seasons of perfect health and peak performance. Only a select few legends have come close. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar sits near 38,000 points, Karl Malone finished around 36,000, and Kobe Bryant retired just over 33,000, underscoring just how monumental LeBron's scoring achievement truly is. 48.5 minutes per game. During the 1961-62 campaign, Wilt Chamberlain redefined endurance by averaging a mind-boggling 48.5 minutes per game, outpacing the standard 48-minute regulation clock. Over 80 games, he logged 3,882 minutes, sitting out for only 8 after a single ejection via 2 technical fouls, and strung together an astonishing 47 consecutive full-game performances without a second's rest. By contrast, today's elite stars log roughly 36 to 38 minutes per night, with teams deliberately resting key players and relying on deep rotations to manage workloads. Combine that with a faster pace and more punishing physical play, and the NBA's stringent player management protocols, and it's clear Chamberlain's Iron Man season is a one-of-a-kind marvel that will likely never be rivaled. 37 points in 1 quarter. On January 23, 2015, Klay Thompson unleashed an otherworldly 37-point barrage in just 1 quarter against the Sacramento Kings. After a quiet first half, making only 3 of 9 shots, he ignited in the third, drilling a flawless 13 for 13 from the floor, including an astonishing 9 for 9 from beyond the arc, plus 2 free throws. His 9 triples in a single quarter shattered the previous high water marks held by George Gervin and Carmelo Anthony at 33 points and eclipsed the 8 threes logged by Michael Redd and Joe Johnson. Pulling off perfect shooting on that scale demands a rare blend of rhythm, defensive lapses, and teammates constantly feeding the hot hand, making Klay's feat one of the most untouchable records in NBA history. 50.4 points per game. In 1961-62, Wilt Chamberlain rewrote the record books by piling up 4,029 points in 80 games, an unheard of 50.4 points per night. He shot over 50% from the floor, snagged nearly 26 rebounds each outing, and somehow averaged 48.5 minutes per game. By comparison, Michael Jordan's best season was only 37.1 points per game. Wilt's absurd consistency saw him drop 60-plus points 15 times and clear the 50-point barrier in 45 contests, capped by his famous 100-point explosion. Yet it wasn't just the singular performances, it was his relentless game-after-game domination that cements this season as one of the most untouchable feats in basketball history. 11 championships. Bill Russell hauled in an astonishing 11 championships in just 13 seasons with the Celtics from 1956 to 1969, an outright dynasty forged from day one. As a rookie, he helped Boston gut out a 7-game slugfest against the Saints. Lewis Hawks then swept the Minneapolis Lakers in 59 before corralling 24 rebounds per game in the 60 title run. Year after year, his boarding numbers stayed otherworldly, regularly topping 24 boards a night, and in 68, he doubled as player coach to steer the Celtics past LA once more. He sealed the deal with his 11th ring in 69, a feat nobody's come close to in today's 30-team league and ultra-competitive landscape. Couple that with a career average of 22.5 rebounds and an eye-popping 24.9 boards in the playoffs, and Russell's legacy stands as one of those unbreakable peaks in sports history. 1,164 assists. In the 1999-91 season, John Stockton rewrote the playbook by dishing out a jaw-dropping 1,164 assists over 82 games, an unheard of 14.2 dimes per night as he orchestrated the Utah Jazz to perfection. His pick-and-roll mastery with Karl Malone created a never-ending stream of playmaking opportunities, and Stockton wasn't just an assist machine. He chipped in 17.2 points, nearly 3 rebounds, and almost 3 steals per game, all while shooting better than 50% from the floor. He even owns the second and third spots on the single-season assists leaderboard with 1,134 and 1,128 assists, dwarfing other greats like Isaiah Thomas's 1,123 and Kevin Porter's 1,099. Stockton's record feels carved in stone, an untouchable summit in NBA history. 41 technical fouls. In the 2001 season, Rasheed Wallace unleashed an ejection frenzy, racking up 41 technical fouls over 80 games, nearly one every other night, and shattering his own previous high of 38 from the year before. That mark towers over other notorious agitators. Charles Barkley and Dennis Rodman each logged just 32 in a single campaign. Across his 16-year career, Wallace piled up 317 technicals and a record 29 ejections, prompting the NBA in 2006 to install automatic suspensions at 16 technicals and ramp up fines and sportsmanship rules. With today's stiffer penalties and zero-tolerance mindset, Wallace's tech foul avalanche feels utterly untouchable, though you might keep an eye on someone like Draymond Green to test the limits. 1,192 consecutive games. AC Green holds the NBA's ultimate Iron Man streak, playing in every regular season game from November 19, 1986 through April 18, 2001, a span of 16 unbroken seasons. He kicked off the streak in Los Angeles, then carried it through stops in Phoenix, Dallas, a Lakers return, and finished in Miami, shrugging off injuries like a torn thumb ligament, nasty thigh bruises, and even a stiff neck. In '96, he lost 2 teeth to an errant elbow and didn't miss a minute. The closest challengers, Randy Smith's 906 straight, Johnny Kerr's 844, Michael Cage's 736, pale beside Green's iron resolve. With today's emphasis on load management and built-in rest, his streak stands as an unbreakable marvel. It's the gold standard of durability. Take note, Mikal Bridges. 8,162 playoff points. LeBron James sits atop the playoff scoring leaderboard with a jaw-dropping 8,162 points over 287 games, an average of 28.4 points whenever the lights shine brightest. To eclipse that total at a 30-point clip, a contender would need to log 273 playoff appearances, which, assuming every series goes the distance, boils down to roughly 39 full 7-game matchups. Even if a superstar averages 20 games per postseason and pours in 30 each night, they'd only stack about 600 points a year, meaning it'd take nearly 14 seasons of deep runs just to catch LeBron. It's not merely scoring prowess, it's sustained excellence and relentless postseason exposure. That blend of durability and dominance makes LeBron's playoff mark feel utterly untouchable. 118 50-point games. Wilt Chamberlain's scoring prowess belongs to its own stratosphere. He notched 50 or more points in an astonishing 118 regular season contests, a mark that seems utterly unassailable. In those games, he averaged roughly 57.4 points and 26.3 rebounds on better than 56% shooting. His legendary 1961-62 campaign alone accounted for 45 of those 50-point nights, including a jaw-dropping streak of 7 straight in December. The closest challengers, Michael Jordan with 31 such games, Kobe Bryant with 25, and James Harden with 24, don't even come close. While explosive performances still light up the box score, the nightly dominance Wilt owned feels like a relic of the past. His 118 50-point outings stand as one of the NBA's most untouchable records. 3,265 career steals. John Stockton's all-time steals mark is a fortress. 3,265 thefts over 1,504 games, a summit no one's scaling. To top it, you'd need to snag 3 steals every night for about 1,089 straight contests. That's 14 seasons of perfect health and relentless defense. No one's ever even averaged 3 steals for a career. Alvin Robertson came closest at 2.71, but in far fewer games. Today's leaders, Chris Paul, just north of 2,700, and Jason Kidd, 2,684, hover around 2 steals a night. But sustaining that while battling injuries, load management, and deeper rotations is next to impossible. Stockton's Steel Mountain is safely off-limits, an untouchable peak in NBA history. 23,924 career rebounds. Wilt Chamberlain's rebounding reign stands alone. Over 1,045 games he hauled in 23,924 boards, averaging a staggering 22.9 rebounds per outing. To challenge that, someone would have to average 20 rebounds a night for roughly 1,199 games, about 15 unbroken seasons with perfect health and ironclad minutes. The last time anyone even flirted with a 20-rebound campaign was Wilt himself in 1969. Today's pace and space era, shared boards, and strict minute management make that frontier unreachable. Even the league's top modern rebounders fall far short. Chamberlain's total isn't just a statistic, it's a monument to a bygone era, an untouchable landmark in NBA lore. 88 games in one season. Walt Bellamy's 1968-69 campaign stands out as one of the NBA's most bizarre anomalies. He logged 88 regular season games, 6 beyond the standard 82. He began in New York with 35 appearances for the Knicks, then got shipped to Detroit where the Pistons still had 53 games on tap. Bellamy didn't miss a minute, averaging over 35 minutes, 17.4 points, 12.5 rebounds, and shooting 51%. While Tom Henderson and Charlie Williams flirted with extra games, nobody matched Bellamy's 6-game surplus. In today's tightly scheduled, load-managed league with strict trade deadlines, his 88-game marathon remains an unrepeatable oddity, forever etched in the record books. 6,731 offensive rebounds. Moses Malone reigns supreme on the offensive glass. Over 21 seasons, he hauled in more offensive rebounds than anyone else in NBA history. To even dream of matching him, you'd have to average 5 offensive boards a night for roughly 1,347 games, about 17 perfect seasons without missing a single contest. Malone himself hit just over that 5-rebound mark, a feat so rare it's almost mythical. Today's game, with its floor-spacing offenses, big men roaming the perimeter, and emphasis on quick defensive transitions, simply doesn't yield the same second-chance chances. No current player comes close to Moses' total, and given how the league has evolved, his offensive rebound mountain looks as safe as any record out there. 15,806 career assists. John Stockton's single-season assist average is the stuff of legends. Over 1,504 games, he piled up 15,806 assists for an eye-popping 10.5 per outing. To even approach that mark, a modern playmaker would have to log 13 assists every night for about 1,216 straight games, roughly 15 flawless seasons of health and peak performance. For perspective, Magic Johnson, the all-time leader in career assist average, sits just over 11 per game and never sniffed Stockton's heights. Today's NBA doles out playmaking duties across multiple positions with load management, frequent rotation changes, and more diversified offenses, making a solo floor general at Stockton's caliber virtually extinct. His blend of pinpoint passing, unwavering consistency, and Iron Man durability cements this record as one that will likely never be broken. 8 consecutive championships. From 1959 to 1966, the Boston Celtics engineered a sports dynasty for the ages, capturing 8 straight NBA titles, an achievement that still stands alone. It kicked off with a sweep of the Minneapolis Lakers and kept rolling as Boston outlasted the St. Louis Hawks in a 7-game slugfest. The early 60s saw them vanquish St. Louis again before toppling the Lakers in tightly contested finals, including another 7-game classic in 1962. They then dispatched the San Francisco Warriors and reeled off back-to-back victories over LA, finally sealing the streak with a 7-game triumph in '66. Anchored by Bill Russell's defensive mastery and rebounding, guided by Bob Cousy's orchestral offense, and buoyed by Sam Jones's clutch shooting, all under Red Auerbach's masterful coaching, this run remains an untouchable peak in team sports, made all the more impossible by today's parity, player movement, and grueling playoff gauntlets. 7 personal fouls in one game. On November 13, 1999, rookie Cal Bodler etched one of the NBA's strangest footnotes by logging 7 personal fouls in a single game, despite the 6-foul disqualification rule. A scorekeeping oversight let him stay on the court an extra minute, during which he played 15 total minutes, tallied just 2 points and 2 rebounds, and watched the Hawks fall 131-95 to Portland. Today, with multiple scorekeepers, video reviews, and instant replay protocols, a 7-foul slip-up is virtually unthinkable. Bodler's accidental 7-foul outing remains one of the most bizarre statistical quirks in league history, and it's hard to imagine anyone ever repeating it. 107 points in one half. On November 10, 1990, the Phoenix Suns absolutely torched the Nuggets for an NBA first-half record, pouring in 107 points, 50 in the opening quarter and 57 in the second, to lead 107-67 at the break. Cedric Ceballos spearheaded the onslaught with 32 points, Kenny Battle chipped in 23 points and 10 boards, and Kevin Johnson tallied 23 points alongside 13 assists. Even more astounding, 8 Suns finished in double digits. Denver's frenetic Westhead-driven pace backfired defensively, and Phoenix seized every opportunity. While the Warriors hit 92 first-half points in 2018 and the Nets reached 91 in 2022, neither came close to topping the Suns' explosive 107, 39 free throw attempts in a game. On January 12, 2012, Dwight Howard shattered Wilt Chamberlain's free throw record by stepping to the line 39 times for the Orlando Magic against the Warriors, nailing 21 and finishing with 45 points and 23 rebounds in a 117-109 win. Just over a year later, now with the Lakers facing his old team, he did it again on March 12, 2013, once more logging 39 attempts, this time converting 25, 64.1%, and piling up 39 points and 16 boards in a 106-97 victory. Both nights featured the Haka-Howard tactic, with opponents fouling him relentlessly to exploit his shaky free throw stroke. Even in today's strategic landscape, no one's come close to matching those 39 attempts, making Howard's odd freelancing record feel utterly untouchable. 136 straight games, scoring 100 points. From January 21st, 1981 to December 9th, 1982, the Denver Nuggets lit it up every night, scoring at least 100 points in 136 straight games. The streak kicked off late in the 1981-82 season, thundered through 82-83, and even carried into the playoffs, where they dropped triple digits in each of their first 4 postseason outings. It finally snapped against the Washington Bullets in a 90-98 defeat. Under Doug Moe's run-and-gun system, Denver averaged a staggering 126.5 points that season. Sure, the Bucks once managed 75 straight, and the Rockets hit 61, but no one's come close to that Nuggets onslaught. 22.9 rebounds per game. Wilt Chamberlain's rebounding supremacy is in a class by itself. Over 14 seasons, 1959 to 1973, he snatched up 23,924 boards in 1,045 games, averaging a mind-blowing 22.9 rebounds per night. His single-season apex came in 61 to 62 with 27.2 boards per contest, and even his lightest campaign delivered 18.2 rebounds, enough to lead today's league without breaking a sweat. He even hauled in 55 rebounds in one game against Boston, a feat untouched ever since. Bill Russell flirted with those heights at 22.5 rebounds per game for his career, but everyone else falls handily short. Chamberlain's rebounding record isn't just a number, it's a towering monument that looks set to stand forever. In the 2008-09 season, Jose Calderon put together one of the purest free throw campaigns in NBA history, sinking 151 of 154 attempts for a jaw-dropping 98.1%. He strung together 87 consecutive makes, just one shy of the all-time streak, and topped Calvin Murphy's 1981 mark of 95.8%. What really sets Calderon's feat apart is the volume. Over 150 makes, not a mere handful of attempts. As Toronto's starting point guard, he consistently drew contact and cashed in at the line, even on a 33-49 team. His free throw mastery that year remains a statistical marvel, precision and volume married in near-perfect harmony. 23,334 career points without a three. Over 21 seasons from 1976 to 1997, Robert Parrish racked up 23,334 points without ever launching a three, a record for the three-point era that still stands alone. He quietly averaged 14.5 points per game, peaking at 19.9 in the 1981-82 campaign, all via low-post moves and free throws. Teaming with Larry Bird and Kevin McHale in one of the NBA's most feared front courts, Parrish churned out buckets night after night while also pulling down 14,715 rebounds and swatting away 2,361 shots. In today's three-point-centric league, no one else has matched his interior scoring total without stepping behind the arc. Parrish's blend of durability and paint dominance cements this no-threes scoring mark as completely untouchable. 20 All-NBA team selections. LeBron James has crafted an All-NBA resume that seems unassailable. 20 selections over 20 straight seasons, a haul nobody's ever matched. He notched 13 first-team nods from 2006 to 2018 and again in 2020, added second-team honors in 2005, 2007, and 2021, and claimed third-team spots from 2019 through 2024. Remarkably, he earned All-NBA recognition every year from age 21 through 39, becoming the oldest player ever to do so. Legends like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Kobe Bryant, and Tim Duncan each finished with 15 All-NBA nods, but none sustained excellence for 2 full decades. In today's physically demanding league, LeBron's blend of peak performance and ironclad longevity feels destined to remain atop the record books. 73 wins in one season. During the 2015-16 campaign, the Golden State Warriors redefined greatness by finishing a record-setting 73-9, eclipsing the Bulls' 72-10 mark. They exploded out of the gate with a historic 24-0 start, the best opening streak ever, and torched defenses from deep, draining 1,077 threes at a blistering 41+%, an average of 13 made triples per night. Stephen Curry capped the season by becoming the NBA's first unanimous MVP, sweeping every first-place vote. In the playoffs, they rallied from a 3-1 deficit to topple the Thunder in the Western Conference Finals, only to be on the wrong side of history when Cleveland overcame their own 3-1 hole in the finals. Even without a championship, Golden State's revolutionary style and 73-win run stand as an untouchable high-water mark in NBA lore. 287 playoff games. LeBron James has logged an astounding 287 playoff games, more than anyone in NBA history, and that mountain feels insurmountable. Even if a superstar went to 4 full 7-game series each postseason, 28 games, they'd have to do it for 11 straight years just to tie him, let alone surpass him. That assumes perfect health, roster stability, and deep runs every single season, factors few can control and none can guarantee. Between injuries, team turnover, and the brutal grind of playoff basketball, reaching that total is virtually impossible. LeBron's blend of sustained excellence, Iron Man durability, and relentless winning makes his postseason appearance record one of the most untouchable milestones in sports. 11.2 assists per game. Magic Johnson's playmaking prowess remains in a league of its own. Over 13 seasons, 1979 to 91, plus a cameo in 96, he piled up 10,141 assists in just 902 regular season games for a jaw-dropping 11.3 dimes per night. His 1,983-84 campaign stands out even more as he led the league with 13.1 assists per game, and in the playoffs, he only turned it up further, owning a career postseason assist average of 12.4 and dishing out a single-game playoff high of 24 assists. John Stockton's incredible 10.5 career assists per game comes close, but even modern maestros like Trae Young fall well short. In today's era of scoring guards and spaced-out offenses, no one orchestrates an attack with the pure, unselfish vision and consistency Magic displayed night after night.